not lose sight of the fact that this is not a new crisis. The real beginning of our current predicament was 2008. The 2008 financial crisis was our generation's 1929. The only difference is in 2008, the central banks printed a lot of money to save the banks, the private banks. This money created a kind of state capitalism, a state feudalism even, not even a capitalism. I call it techno-feudalism. So you have austerity for the majority of the people, a lot of state money, socialism, for the bankers and the corporate sector. You create a common currency, you need to have a common treasury. To have a common treasury, you need to have common debt. To have common debt, you need to have a real parliament and a real federal government that we can dismiss. Not Ursula von der Leyen that no one can dismiss and no one appointed except Mrs. Merkel and Mr. Macron. People say that the European Union has a democratic deficit. That is wrong. There's no democratic deficit in the European Union. There is precisely zero democracy in the European Union. It's a democracy-free zone. It's like saying that on the moon, there is an oxygen deficit. No, there's no oxygen deficit on the moon. There's just no oxygen. Big tech companies have turned everyone into a proletarian who is not getting even paid. That is a major change in the division of labor. We now no longer live in capitalism, where you have a worker who gets paid. I mean, I felt that, physically felt it, when I was visiting Google, the campus in Google next to San Francisco. It was very, I really enjoyed it. But the moment you enter Google, you leave capitalism. You enter a company that is closer to the Soviet Union. Imagine walking down the street and think of a science fiction movie where suddenly the whole street is owned by one person. If the company doesn't want you to see something, you don't see it. If the company wants you to see it, you see it. It's there in front of you. That's the life in Facebook, in Amazon, in Google. But that's not competition. That's not capitalism. That's feudalism. It's actually, it's a high-tech science fiction dystopic version of feudalism. Zero. The people of Greece give us instructions on what to do. Accept the deal that the Troika are giving us or reject it. And on that night, Tsipras said to me, it's time to surrender. I resigned, and he surrendered completely to the Troika. And the result is the total loss of dignity and credibility of the left, not just in Greece, but across Europe. Podemos were finished that night. I think that the participation of Podemos in this Sanchez government was a mistake. I think that before that, it was a mistake not to have a European program. I remember I was trying to convince my comrades in Podemos before the European Parliament election in 2019 that, look, the right have a program for Europe. The fascists have a program for Europe.